Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? Sunday fun day. Who's getting after it? Uh, Here's the spy. I don't remember where I left off, but basically, again, I still have a bullish bias going into this week. Um, the short-term moving averages are just crisscrossing, which is just chopping people up or what have you. Intraday, looking to get a swing going and a new trend. Again, in order for trends to happen, you have to have a new high. That's always like step one. Then a higher low is step two. Where that higher low comes in can play a role of this trend. Um, Again, not always, but like if this didn't pull back as far further, like a 38.2, 23.6 pullback is more bullish than a deeper pullback to the 50 or 61.8, or even one that will trade dirty. So again, the price pulled back from this high to this, from this low to this high, back again, half back, 61.8, and we've been there all week. I've been taking trades off these bottoms, and then trailing them up using futures, some options plays, day trading options, mostly futures options, or maybe sometimes SPY or SPX these days. It's just the most liquid, and it's moving. Where the other things, I'm buying other names, which we'll get into. But again, we may come down and double bottom. So 550 is not out of the picture, but if we do not hold 550 or 5500 SPX, that's going to be the signal to get out of Dodge. This is what I have possibly happening here, off this, not off this fib. Let me just move this. I've been tracking this price action where we came in here, bounced off this previous high, all-time high, became new support. As you can see, it tried to be support here and it failed. So I have us either getting back in here, getting above here with a new higher low, and then off to the races, break all-time highs, heading up to 6,500, 7,000, what have you, who knows. Or we break this, which now that we're under this, it's struggling to get above it, but it should, based off this momentum. We can look at the short-term momentum on the daily. Well, this is, I guess, the longer-term momentum. It didn't flip to in 1 hour. But here's a 1 hour chart where now it's bouncing off this zero line on the MACD, which is bullish, but we need to hook up and keep going. This is kind of silent. If we look at the RSI and the SQN, which again, the 1 hour is not much, but again, this is nice to see above this yellow line with a higher low. That also supports, the strength, relative strength, momentum, what have you. These all delay price, so price is king. And again, we can look at the other indicator. Oh, sorry, I meant to look at it on here. Yeah, and this hasn't curled blue yet. Let me go look on the 1 hour. So it's just rotating, and this is a Wilder's average, which again, it's make or break for the Bulls basically, or the Bears. We're either gonna, get up in here and get to 5,800, which will be nice momentum. People have to reevaluate what they want to do with the markets, and then what we do here. So what we do here, between here and here, I think we should go up and then maybe figure it out. Is this the top now, and we're putting a higher low, and we're gonna, get back up in here and roll back down, or is this going to be resistance and we're rolling down now, and this low is going to be broken? Those are the things I'm going to go into the week. But again, right now for me, the simplest thing to focus in on, back to SPY on the 1 hour, is this hello, 558, 550, basically 557, or even 555, and then 550. So those two round numbers are where I'm going to be watching, that need to hold for me to maintain my bullish bias at this point. Sorry about that. We got some chats going. Oh, and there's my stats. I'm trying to grow this beast. Anyone advice? Holla. In a good way, though. I don't care about the money. I just want to try to attract smart traders so they can critique and come up with ideas. So if you got any ideas, holla. So anyways, I think we're going to go, again, higher based off that. If we go look at NVIDIA, this is a steep trend line that it broke. Technically, I guess I could shift this to here. There's a couple touches. We have 1, 2, 3, a couple touches there, so that's a valid trend line. But again, it's steep. But again, same as SPX, 111, 110. I reevaluate, and 105. If these fail, which again, a lot of these stocks are in downtrends on their daily. NVDA broke this trend line. So, now there's a lot of overhead supply, people that are short that want to get out. So maybe we will rally, but rallies are probably going to continue to be sold as people want to liquidate and get out for break even that are bag holding on all their longs, essentially. So all the people that were bag holding here are now able to get out, for a small win, break even, or see, lock in a small gain. But again, there's a lot of resistance overhead now. But we do have the momentum. We have some good volume coming in on this, which is like the number 1 traded stock these days. The daily MACD is curled up, or whatever, crossed up, which again, usually when that happens, price goes higher. For how long? Who knows? It crossed here, most recently. There's another cross above. I mean, the cross in context matters, how far they go apart, what have you. But again, indicators are nice. They're nice, just, confirmation tools, I guess. But the main thing I use is the Fibonacci's and just the candlesticks, the price action. And then the other thing is just overlay, where you can see this is also curling up. It is hitting that 50 and pulling back, but it's got a higher low here that it's holding here on the MAC or on the RSI, on there. But again, they don't have no blue tape there. Tesla, really beating up. But again, it's building a base here, which is bullish, and it basically closed on Friday near its high of the day, which is very nice and bullish to see. Which again, I'm long Tesla, not huge, but I'm starting to gonna build a big position. If it can get above here and pull back, put a higher low in, and then keep going, I'll really press my long Tesla Delta with out of the money, and maybe even some short-term at the money calls if moving, so to speak. Which again, the momentum is not red. It's yellow, and the yellow ones are getting, shorter, which is what you want to see. You really want to see a flip to blue, something like this. If we could put in a gap up like this, put in a higher low on Tesla, that'll shift these momentums, and then that'll be your cue for a run like this. Who knows how far you'll get? You never do. You just got to get in and ride your winners. Cut the losers. Easier said than done, but that's basically what you got to do to be successful in this game. So again, this supports the bullish price action. This is a big bullish candle, bullish engulfing candle. Maybe even a buyer shut off or seller shut off pattern. Basically, it just negated 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bars. Basically, this bar. Not all of them, but basically. So this is going to really have shorts on the run above here, more than likely. We'll see what happens. Anything's possible. A tweet, but that should be what's happening. So Tesla, we should anticipate to go higher. Again, it's below all the moving averages, but now it's just curling. It's got a curling 8 or a 10. I think I switched this to a 10. I use an 8, but I visualize a 10 just to help trick me to try to stay in trends longer. Yeah, 10. So the 8's already above it for sure, but the 10 is above and it's curling, which is, another step. Everything turns has to have the beginning steps, signals, whatever the fuck you want to call them, and those are happening on a lot of things. NVDA, again, it's above that one, turning a bit. I think we already went over this. The MACD's confirming. And then, the RSI. So those stocks are holding up. If we go look at the MAGs, which is, not completely MAGs 100%, but it gives you a nice spectrum because it does hold, treasuries and shit. So anyways, this is holding up, building a base sideways, just like, I believe Tesla, which of course, most of these names are going to look the same because they're made up of the same thing. They're like twins, quintuplets. So MAG sideways, but again, it's holding, a nice buyer, a big bull candle. I mean, it's at its resistance, but, it's better to close near your highs. That's more bullish than bearish on the day and on the past, 5 to 7, 10 days of price action there. Semiconductors really strong versus the other ones, I should say, with the the strength of the high or low. See, the SPY's high or low is kind of deep. The MAGS is even deep, or the QQQ is even deeper tech. And then you see the tech, well, not the tech, the semis. And that one's holding up nice. So again, it's all about this usually. And again, this below 215, you may want to take caution. And then where I have it marked there, short big if fails. It's not good if that breaks. So 210 or lower, not good. We could look at top. This again is going to look at the other things, but this is basically an ETF that tracks the top 20 names, as you can see, with Apple, NVIDIA, and Microsoft being the top weighted. 3 in that one. So again, it's going to move just very similar to MAGS. But as you can see, SMH is stronger than the MAGS in the top. So the semiconductors could be back. Exceptionalism, is it coming back, or is it, left for dead? XOK Tech, this is going higher. This is basically mostly Facebook, which is, again, everything's kind of forming that higher low and just basing. So we covered that. We could look at Apple. Apple, again, higher low, closing at highs, breaking out, or attempting to, I should say. But a lot of these things, again, they have their work cut out for them. They have a lot of overhead, resistance, supply, whatever you want to call it. Meta, same type thing. I'll have Meta maybe pulling this move where it could get above, pull back and go higher, whale tail it up. Is basically what I'm waiting to see on a lot of things. If that happens this week, all systems are go to press larger. Again, it doesn't mean it could all go to shit at any minute, but that's where you manage your risk size accordingly and watch it. Where if I have bigger trades during the day, I definitely watch them like a hawk. But I have the ability to do so. I'm in front of the computer all day. So, and if there's any other names anybody's looking at, but again, a lot of these are going to kind of look like similar. Rates are back above the 200. We'll see what happens with here. This is basically a pseudo rate play for me, or proxy to just track things. And then TLT pulling back. So I want to see what those do as well. But again, I'll look to cover things as we get more movement. This week is kind of the same old. Is Europe going to pull back? Which I'm not really tracking any European ETFs here, but I do trade a lot of those. They've been killing it. I think China's going to pull back here. I'm short Queb. May press that or exit it. I'm coming in short gold this week still. No bias on silver, but I'll probably short some silver if gold works out, because they usually work the same. Or maybe if gold's not working out, just add more silver, because I'm long silver and gold and have been and plan to stay. But again, near term, I'm just short gold in one account for mean reversion and as like a hedge to the long gold, long metal plays, long platinum, long some different ETFs that are metal backed. I'm long copper via FXC, or what is it? FCX, I'm sorry. I'm long copper via this, and this looks good. As it broke out, it pulls back right to these lines that I just draw, but it's weird how they just, they gravitate and they hold. Nothing's perfect, but, it's almost there. So again, that is a bullish signal to break out, pull back, get and to try to get back into range. It gets it back out, pulls back into retest, runs all the stops of these weak-handed bulls, and then we should go higher, which this is like a double bottom at a pretty good support and resistance level. So again, odds of this going higher versus lower are very good. So if that's the case, I will press my copper bets, maybe even buy some HG copper futures calls, essentially, not the future. I don't go too risky with those things, a lot of leverage. And then definitely maybe add some 41, 42 calls on this, and then see what the 50s, 55, 52 calls are trading at, which would be nice targets if this thing takes off. Which again, for help me get context in my trading, I use different, again, items that I've, acquired, put it to the tool belt throughout the years. And one of those is the volume profile, which you can works great on this platform, or what have you. So this gives me the volume profile since last May to June, or what have you. So basically, over the past, almost a year, the most volume is nestled in here at $50. So there's a good chance over the coming weeks and months, Freeport, FCX, and copper would rally, and that would be a nice $50 target to like take some of your long delta off or take in some profits, because again, price should get there, and when it does, it may reverse hard. It may bike right through, or we may dick around for a couple of days. But either way, you'll have some risk off the table and ring the register. And if you did do that bet and take that trade, that would be where's my damn tool at? Shoot. Oh, right here. Darn it. That would be basically, if you entered around here, about a 10% gain, 9% easy on your on the trade. So anyways, anyone got any ideas, holla. And then yeah, I'll look to be back with more updates. And again, I'm going to try to get my toss up so I can try to just break down some option trade ideas for you or what have you. And I use different places, but toss is easy to see. And I have an account, a few accounts. They're smaller accounts that I could privatize and show stuff and show the context. Alrighty, guys. Well, enjoy the rest of your Sunday. We'll see how we open at 6. Hopefully it's bullish, right? Cheers.